Hello, Internet Nation. Emotional Wreck Hero. We have a time limit again. Apparently, I be taking too many photos at work, which is kind of my job for the most part. But, mini. Well, I guess it's all just a full life update. But, mini update, mini life update. I just needed to rant because emotions and. Most of my friends are just a bunch of dudes that don't know how to, talk about emotions. So, here we are. So, first thing on my mind, I'm sitting here wondering if I really am open to the idea of having my heart destroyed continuously. Every time I think about it, I remember that one line or something I read somewhere that has just stuck with me as one of those things that haunts my brain. But it was something about learning to love over and over again by getting your heart broken or some shit. Or some shit like that. And I think about it every time I fall in love with a cat at my job. Because I would like a cat. I'm trying to pursue a cat. And the universe is like, no. Nah. Mm-mm. Not this one. And I'm just like, if not this one, then which one? Huh? Which one? What are the odds of a Devon Rex or a Sphinx cat or any kind of naked cat? And you know what? If one comes, I'm just going to take that one too. On top of the one I'm trying to take now. But there's a possibility that I could go in tomorrow and just have my heart totally shattered. And that's not cool. But that's life, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this year. It's like, oh, we're just going to mold you into the perfect person. But also, no love for you. And I'm just like, but if I don't have love in my life, how will I not become an emotionless monster? Huh? How am I gonna go not full psychopath when you killed the one thing that was keeping me alive? Now what do I have? Just things. And things mean nothing. Well, they mean a lot, but compared to life, that's something. But anyway, so there's this new cat in my job that one of my coworkers was like, "So did you see the kittens?" And I was just like, "Kittens? What's this about kittens?" Now, I thought she was just thinking about another batch of kittens that we had that were with their mommy, and every time I would try to go say hi to the cute little kittens, the mom would just stare at me like, I'm just like, bro, I'm just gonna look at him. I'm not gonna touch him. It's like, sure, that one time you thought I was gonna touch him because I opened the cage and sucked my phone in so I could get a better picture, but they're all in a pile under you. What do you expect me to do? I gotta get at least something. I'm not touching, but you don't gotta grow me, bro. So I thought she was talking about those. She was not. They were kittens that started in the Manhattan location and then went to a foster. And then I guess because we're just the trash can of all these shelters, that implies that all these beautiful little babies are trash. They're not. I guess the recycling bin? We're kind of a recycling bin. So we're just the recycling bin of all these shelters. So all the animals just come to us. And I'm just like, how can you neglect us and treat us bad, but make us do all the work? You got these bitches in Manhattan filling out our schedule, sending us animals, and yet you don't want to shut us down because of an outbreak. You don't want to shut us down because of the fact that we literally have no room for any fucking dog. And yet you got these niggas in Manhattan sending their dogs to us and booking fucking appointments for us when we don't have anywhere to put anything. What if everybody in the Brooklyn location just deuces the fuck out of there? What if we all quit together? Because everybody just you're quitting or you're getting fired. And as a new person, fully engulfed in this job, trying my damn best to do the best at my job that I can, I get it. I get it. I get why people would quit from here. Because this is hell. It's a lot of stress to be putting. Give me a second. It's a lot of stress to be putting people under, especially when you expect them to know things they were never told and you were never going to tell them. And then, like, I'm putting all these new systems into place and everything is changing and nobody's telling anybody anything. Like, literally, I be hearing shit via hearsay. I come in for my days off and then it's just like, oh yeah, but you gotta do this now. And I'm just like, nobody told me. Nobody said anything. There wasn't an email about it. Which, even better, doesn't matter if there was an email about it because we don't get all the emails. Like, there was an email today where it's like, our supervisor told us to respond to all the emails that we see if it, like, pertains to us. And it's just like, just tell them, okay, they'll take you serious if you do that. And lets them know that you're really involved. So do that, because I want everyone to be hands-on here. And we're just like, cool. Too bad we don't get the emails. I freaking saw the email because somebody else who, like, looped... Well, I guess she looped us all in. Or if we weren't looped in, I don't know what the situation is. Either way you look at it, none of us new people saw the original email. So how are we going to respond to it if we didn't see the original email? Then we got to finagle it by, like, going through the response to get to the original email. And it's like, how am I supposed to know all this stuff if I'm not even getting the email? But anyway, this isn't about that. That's general work complaints, and that's general work complaints, which, like, every job has its shortcomings, I guess, maybe? I don't know, this really makes me miss dog walking, because it's like, I can't just hop on these fucking dogs, man. I just want to fucking kiss these motherfuckers, and I can't do fucking shit with no one. It wouldn't be so hard if Cthulhu was still around, because then I could just come home and just, just... But I have no one here, except fucking Khaleesi, and if I grab that bitch, she gonna slit my throat. Where's the fun in that? I just want to hug and kiss and snuggle without getting my throat slit, It's like, there's a time and a place, and this isn't that time or place. So... maybe that'll change soon. I don't know. I like to go with the wind, and the wind just be like, it's like, say this is a building and this is another building. We just, and I'm just like, we gotta hit Central Park at some point. There gotta be, like, gotta fly over a building for one point. Just, not into a surface as I'm going with the wind. But we'll see. They put in the note that I want this cat. The cats are heavy enough to be adopted, old enough to be adopted, and have been approved to go to a mobile adoption tomorrow. Meaning, there's a possibility that they just go and spin, bitch, and then send my little kitty cat off to the truck. I mean, granted, there is a possibility that it goes off to the truck anyway, just because, like, you want to keep young kittens together, possibly for as long as possible. I don't really fucking know, because they had young kittens on the adoption floor one day, and there was, like, 5 of them, and by the end of the day, there was just the one. Which, like, we understand why that's the case. That one left this fucking mark on me through my gloves. Because, kittens, they don't be knowing how to grasp. All they know is they're scared, and you're handling them. So, they don't really care about claw regulation, But, but I guess all the little kittens went home, or whatever. So... maybe I'll be able to bring my kitten home tomorrow, which I can't bring my kitten home tomorrow because I have to go dog sit and stay at the person's house, which should be fun because I don't want to walk to the 3 train. I don't want to walk from the 3 train because it's fucking far. Actually, I told my coworker that the walk from the 3 train to my client's house is about as far as the walk to the 3 train from our job, but I'm pretty sure the walk from the 3 train is, like, twice the walk to the 3 train, because then it's, like, 10 blocks down or some shit. You gotta walk down a hill, up a hill, and then down a hill. And then it's like a block over or something like that. And that's why I usually take the 2 train or the 5 train, take the train to a stop, the 3 to a stop, and then transfer, and then walk, because it's 2 blocks from there compared to walking up and then down a whole big ass fucking hill. And if you've ever gone down Utica, you know that's not a fun hill to be on, especially not going towards lower Brooklyn, where it goes from this to this. Or at the very least, you know, on wheels type shit. So we'll see. My life may change tomorrow. I may give birth. Kind of makes me wonder if I should be doing something. Actually, no. I have been cleaning my room and changing things. I put a Bakugo poster up. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. It's this one. I put that up yesterday, and the top unstuck from the wall and then fell over, and now the bottom is unstuck from the wall and just hanging out. But anyway, I shall finish my rearranging, and then I don't know, maybe they'll be like, yeah, sure, you can have this cat, and then I can spend all of Sunday just like fully rearranging my room, because it's just like haha jokes. Yeah, I would like a cat, but like the universe keeps telling me no, so I'm just gonna, at the very least, not live in a messy room. And like, I really need to do something with all of my fucking Nendoroids. There's so many of them, and I don't have enough space. I mean, I guess I could clear these shelves out and then put more in there, but I need more shelves for them. I'll figure something out. That's a future me thing. Right now, I'm talking to you guys. So we'll see. Maybe. I think it would be kind of funny to take a kitten from the SpongeBob batch, because there's 4 kittens, and they're all named after SpongeBob characters. I was thinking about going with the gray one, because the gray one was super sweet, and we were connecting really well, and it's like a little fuzz butt that was just like to play. And that one was named Squidward, of course. But plus I would like a male cat, because I'm tired of, like, I want a male child and I keep getting females. Or, I mean, it only happened one time, but like if it happened twice, that'd be weird, you know? So I might have a cat. We'll see. I guess I will update the internet when that happens. The next time YouTube probably hears about it will be after it's settled in. Who knows? But Instagram will definitely know about it. Anyway, I guess I will put a timestamp in the comment for this section for anybody who is just here to know about my eyes, because it has officially been, I want to say 1 week, but I feel like it's been 2. I don't know, time is an illusion. My calendar's on my phone that I'm currently using to record. But it has been at least 1 week, maybe a week and a half, since I got my eyeballs lasered. Actually, today is Friday. So I guess 2 weeks? I don't know, time is an illusion. I barely know what day it is. Actually, it's the 14th, and 14 days is 2 weeks. And I got it done on the last day of last month. So technically, today is officially the 2-week mark that I've had Lasik. Not much to report on. My eyes, they work. My sunlight sensitivity has gone down. I would assume to normal. I really sensitized to the sunlight, and I'm just really readjusting at this point because my glasses turned into shades, which means I was never out in the sun without shades on. So, I mean, no, I've only been working an inside job for 4 months now. 3 months. 3 full months. 3.5 months now. So it's not like my light sensitivity is gonna go up or go down. Up? Down. Just because I spend less time in the sun or more time staring at the sun? I don't fucking know. I feel like ever since I got LASIK, my job has been kicked into high gear, and I get sent out at least 300 times more than I used to, which is always fun because, for one, I hate going outside. You go outside and then you get mauled by fucking people, and people feel a sense of entitlement when it comes to animals for some reason. And that's just like adopting and surrendering them, you know? Which is funny because, like, the cops come and, like, this is probably the least exciting thing they have to do in a day. And they're pretty patient, despite the fact that it's like, oh, here's the fifth dog, the fifth large dog that we're bringing you today. And we're just gonna wait 2 hours because you have to magically create kennel space for this dog that we just thrusted upon you. Will we bring it to Manhattan? No. We work in Brooklyn. Okay? This is just like, at the end of the day, take your dogs to Manhattan. Take your dogs to Manhattan. They're gonna end up in Brooklyn anyway, so just take them to Manhattan. Don't stress us out. Leave that to the fucking higher ups. They're gonna send the dog to Brooklyn anyway, even though there's nowhere to put him in Brooklyn. Also, adopt a dog. But this is about my eyes. But anyway, I'm thriving and vibing for the most part. I mean, my right eye is thriving and vibing. It's done throwing its tantrums, and it feels pretty good. I don't have to, like, put drops in as frequently as I needed to before. I still do, because the left eye is causing problems now. Not like randomly. My left eye, I don't really know how the whole process of your cornea healing works. I'm not much of a fuck around and find out with my eyes kind of person, so they don't really get injuries much. The only thing my eyes really do is collect eyelashes and random bumps on my eyelids. I don't know what that's about. All I know is I'm at that age where the random bumps are starting because, like, moles run in my family, and apparently they just be coming out of nowhere, you know? Like, I'm hoping it's not cancer, but they just be coming out of nowhere. Like, this motherfucker, I wasn't born with this. It just came out of nowhere one day. The only mole I have ever had my entire life until, like, my 20s. And again, what do I know of that area prepubescently? I'm not much. Well, I mean, granted, I did masturbate a lot as a kid, but, like, who's really exploring things at that age, you know? But I've had one mole for the entirety of my life in a fun place. So I don't even know when that one developed, you know? But in my 20s, there's definitely more bumps. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting moles on my eyelids. Maybe there's styes. I don't fucking know. All I know is they weren't caused by LASIK. Maybe more have shown up since I got LASIK. But also, I changed how I operate with my face since then. Because, like, I went to the eye doctor before I got LASIK, and the doctor was like, oh, you have, like, clogged pores, or, like, clogged tear ducts, and if you don't do something about that, it could lead to complications down the line, such as dry eye. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting LASIK, and LASIK might possibly cause dry eye, so I need to, like, do everything to not get dry eye. So if I can, like, do warm compresses and that'll get rid of my dry eye, I could do that. So before I got the LASIK, like, the first, like, 2 weeks before. Yeah, because my dilation was supposed to be 2 weeks after my eye appointment. Which is funny, because if they had dilated me that day, then it would have been covered by insurance. But they were like, no, we're not going to dilate your eyes because you biked here and it's snowing outside, just like violently throwing snow all over the place. Which, like, granted, you could have. You could have. My mom canceled on me, so I wasn't doing anything else that day. If anything, I would have gone walk a dog or some shit. Or, like, bike cautiously back. But whatever. But I didn't go to that because 2 weeks later I got Lasik. So, like, the fuck do I need dilation for? Plus, they already dilated my eyes. Well, granted, they dilated my eyes before. Like, 6 hours before I got Lasik. But anyway, onto my eye complications. This eye has been feeling a little weird. And I'm giving it time because who the fuck knows how the cornea works and how it heals. Maybe, I mean, technically, like, when I went in for the Lasik, they peeled that shit back and then pushed it back over. I don't know if they can see what the fuck they're doing. I don't know if they just know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know if, like, eventually it's just gonna, like, shift back into place and heal. I don't really fucking know what's happening or what's going on because, like, the other day I was washing my face and I adjusted the way I washed my face. Or I adjusted the way that I wash my face at the sink because sometimes I don't want to take a shower, but I would like to start washing my face on a more daily basis so I can get rid of this texture and this bump that just shows up sometimes when it just shows up sometimes, you know, just there is no inconsistency in the way that I live life. Therefore, like, certain things are just semi-consistently. Sometimes I have this bump, sometimes I do not. So I would wash my face with a cloth, just, you know, wet the cloth, wet the face, get the face a little bit more wet, apply the stuff, and then use the cloth. It's like a washcloth, but it's not a washcloth. It's bigger than a washcloth. It's like a hand towel or some shit. But I would use that on my face. With granted, that could also be causing a slight breakout because it's not the cleanest of things. I washed it before I used it on my face, but I would also use it as a dust rag before that. Anyway, this isn't about my questionable hygiene. This is about my eyeballs. So yeah, anyway, I was wiping my face and I was wiping like that. You know, down here. Not even in the socket. Just down here. And I don't know what the fuck happened. All I know is I felt like a little tinge, like I kind of want to say like a pain, like a tear. I almost said a pain. Like a tear. Let me enunciate better. Like a tear, because the way I said tear sounded like Tear. Are they spelled the same? Do I not know how to spell tears? Maybe I don't know how to spell tears, but it's very well known that me and spelling are the best of friends. But anyway, so I felt like a little tearing sensation on my eyeball, and I was like, huh, that was weird. Because, like, this eye was like, oh, we got LASIK? That's cool. I'm gonna hurt for a few hours. It's gonna be hard for you to open your eyes, but if you need an eye, I got you. Which, like, granted, every time I, like, tried to open my eyes, most of the time, I just wouldn't try to open my eyes. I would just go, like, bust this bitch open for, like, a split second, you know? Like, that's where we were. I was laying on the table getting my eyeballs bubbled, and they were like, and I was like, this is gonna be the problem child. This whole part is gonna be a pain in the ass, and then healing, we're probably gonna have complications over here. That's how it went. This eye, I was like, oh, we had LASIK, cool, I hurt now. It's the next day, I'm living my best life, living my life like it's golden. And then after that, perfectly fine. And then when I was washing my face, felt that little tear. Shit's been fucked up since then. I don't know if it's gonna go back to normal. It's been literally a week. I'm pretty sure my eyes are still in that healing process. I'm gonna maybe I'll give it till tomorrow. And then see if I need to book an appointment on Tuesday. Because I'm not doing it on Wednesday. I like having a day off. At least one. At least one. Oh, granted, I'm not going to the movies this week. So, more freedom. But I also might go to my grandma's house. I don't know. I don't want to go to my grandma's house. I'm so tired, you guys. I just want to stay home and not interact with anybody. Anyway, so I might go in for a follow-up on Tuesday because this eye has been a little weird. It hurts sometimes, not like a lot of hurt, just like the way this eye had a little twinge of pain when I would like look not straight or something, and I would have that twinge where the blood is. And as you can see, it's a lot less bloody now. That whole string of blood has gone away. Now there's just a little bit of blood on the side of this pupil. The pupil is the part that expands this iris, and like, you know, it doesn't have that like sandy pain to it when I blink. The irony of me blinking and it felt sandy. I don't know, you guys. My eyes are just like eyelash magnets. And like, I prayed that I would not get an eyelash in my eye in the midst of healing. And I don't know how I went a whole week without getting an eyelash in my eye when I at least get like 2 eyelashes in my eye every day. It's real bad. It's a real problem. Ever since I started growing my eyelashes, and then like I stopped using the mascara that makes your eyelashes grow because my eyelashes got so long that they would start to go down. But when I stopped, but then I use oil to get makeup off, and to like, well, I mean, just to get makeup off. That's the only reason I use oil on my face. No, that's not true. I use oil on my face every day, almost every day. Depends on how I'm feeling, because I used to use oil as a moisturizer. I mean, not that I stopped. It just depends on what I have, and I have a really nice body lotion now, so I use lotion on my body. But I would put oil on my face, and then it would get in my eyelashes, and then they would just be like, ah, yeah, bam, bitch. It's a problem, and then they just fall off and fall right into my eye. I don't know how my eyelashes. No, that's not true, because I've seen eyelashes fall off and then be on my eyelashes, and then I would blink a few times and they would be in my eye. But it's a real problem, and I'm just really grateful that I managed to go a week without it happening. My plant's light just went off. No more sunlight for them anyway. So this eye is a little funny right now, which is ironic because this was a funny eye, and now we just kind of like boomeranged back around. I can still see pretty good from it. It's a little, sometimes it gets a little blurry. Like if you've ever, this is a weird one, but if you've ever like gotten oil in your eye and then your eye becomes a little blurry. I'm trying to think of a time where I got oil in my eye and it got blurry. You know, because like before it was just always blurry, so how would I be able to tell the difference? Or I guess maybe like you get oil on your lens or something and then it's just kind of blurry right there. Or you know how like when your eyes are kind of watery but they're kind of like oily and gunky, so then it feels like, you know, it's a little blurry at those spots, and that's kind of how it is sometimes, where it's like sometimes this eye will just be a little bit blurry until I like blink a few times or focus a few times. But I also think there's something stuck on this eye. I keep using the eye drops to get it out, but it just stays there. I don't know. I don't fucking know, and I don't feel like my eyes are healed enough for me to start being a blasphemous heathen that pokes around at their eyeballs. You know, I haven't even like busted out the eyeliner yet, cause like just certain things I won't fuck with. You know, like I'm not gonna go poking around in my eyeballs and letting myself get dry balls. You know, because I don't want to lose my balls. I'm just gonna sit here and continue to manifest healing energy until my eyes feel like bam, boom, and then I'm gonna enter my Jesus years and just radiate such good vibes that I never decay again. That's a fun thought, because sometimes I think about how I'm so dead on the inside that I'm physically decaying. But you know, now I'm on that let's lay hands shit. Even though I spent a lot of time, like today at work, somebody was trying to like surrender their dog, and I'm like, how about euthanasia instead? But like, It was an old dog. Don't drop your old dogs off at shelters. It's depressing. It's depressing, especially like if your dog has dementia, everybody is now in danger because your dog is gonna freak out and be like, "Who the fuck are you people? Where the fuck am I?" And then get aggressive. And we don't need that. We don't need that. So that was just a better option than to abandon your dog here and now. When we can't take him here and now, we literally have no space. Literally have no space. Whoever the fuck keeps telling people that you can just come in and do a walk-in and pay a fee needs to get beat up. You do. You need to get... I'm trying to think of the word for when you get beat up by a gang. I want to say gang banged, but I don't know if that's just a porn term. I mean, a gang banger is a person who's in a gang, I think. I don't know gang lingo. I've never been in a bang. I've never been affiliated with any gangs. Unless it's a cute gang. I'm sorry. Let me not apologize for my cringe. You're gonna deal with it. This is what you're here for. But I keep talking about work, but work is just so stressful. It's so stressful. But kind of worth it, kind of nice. I don't know. Well, I mean, I have insurance now. That's always nice. And I love helping the beautiful animals. That's always nice. But my eyes are okay. This one is good. This one is also good in its own way. We're going to see where it goes. If anything, I will go for a follow-up and they can see what the fuck that random dot on my eyeball is. And if my cornea is torn, which would be an interesting experience, because if my cornea is torn, then what? What now? Do you pull it back and then push it back over? Because no thanks. Which kind of makes you wonder, which part of the LASIK process causes the intense pain? Because I was in bed all of Friday, got home around 3, and I was just in bed because there's just intense pain in my eyeballs. And it continued, for the most part, up until the next day. Because when I went, I was not in pain, at the very least. I was... Well, actually, yeah, no, I wasn't in pain. After I, took a all-night sleep, the pain had gone away enough for me to, open my eyes and have them open to do things. The only issue being, the blinders they put on me. So... I don't know, does the part where they peel your cornea back and then flip it back over, does that cause the pain? Granted, it could just be a conglomerate of things. You would assume the part that would cause the most pain is when they, laser your flesh off and then flip your cornea back over it. Plus, they, do a bunch of stuff to your eyeballs, which would probably be very uncomfortable and difficult to deal with if your balls weren't numb. But anyway, I'm okay. I'm alive. I can see well for the most part. I don't really notice it at times. I guess because of how, active my eyes are. When I'm at work, I'm pretty much fine. I don't notice the blurriness or the sandy feelings usually. But I'm also kind of, running around, being totally anxious about the stuff that I'm doing. Just, living a nightmare. Let me stop. My job isn't that bad. It's really stressful and growing increasingly so. But I like it. But my balls are good. I think it's just because my room is so dingy and dusty and dark that I really begin to notice it. Plus I don't have my usual distractions here. But we shall see. Hopefully it goes away. Maybe I just need a super long nap. I haven't had a nice day where I just sleep all day. But granted, technically I'd be at like 100 right now if I didn't kind of tear my cornea, I guess, or whatever the fuck happened, whatever I did. I feel like there's an eyelash in my eye now. If I didn't do whatever the heck happened, then I would be fine now. But it didn't really. Oh, Jesus, so bad. Hold on. I don't know if I got it. And no, I'm not going to wipe my face. I'm just going to do the rest of the video like I'm crying. But it doesn't hurt anymore at the very least. So yeah, I'm good. I almost said for the most part. I'm good. My eyes are fine. I'm excited. Maybe I will have a child soon. Sunday, I guess, because I can't take him home tomorrow because I'm not going home tomorrow. So might as well just like leave him there. I don't know, that feels weird. Especially like if all the kittens get snagged up because like I don't know, people love kittens and puppies. They don't know what the fuck they're getting into because most people don't do their research on how a kitten and puppy is. Like, if you want a calm motherfucker, don't get a baby. Like, wait. I understand that most humans don't like register animals as living sentient creatures with a fucking heartbeat and a soul and like sentient thoughts and feelings of their fucking own. But like, when you have a baby, your life changes. They cry all the time, they want to eat all the time, they shit all the time and need you to clean them. They turn into children and they have the potential of becoming absolute little shits. I mean, granted, that's in the situation where you leave them up to their own devices to learn by watching, and then they watch you because you're a big shit till they turn into little shits. That's my theory anyway. I don't really know a lot of people who are like hands-on raising their kids that aren't assholes, that aren't assholes but are raising assholes. That just doesn't seem like the norm, but feel free to prove me wrong. But yeah, like, it takes work, and you're gonna have to like train a motherfucker and teach a motherfucker how to live in society. It's kind of like having a child, because you can't just like turn them off, you know? You can't, like, I mean, granted, you can lock them in a cage and then ignore them, but that's abuse, and you wouldn't like that if somebody did that to you, right? And granted, don't let me find out that you're doing that to your animal, because then I'm gonna have to lock you in a cage and show you how it feels. But anyway, maybe I'll have a baby tomorrow, who knows? Or maybe I'll have a baby on Sunday, which will be really sad to just leave my poor little Kit in the fucking place. But anyway, like, I would probably have to like leave them there until Monday anyway, at the very least, because like, I don't know, if they waive the fee for me, then I could just take the cat home on Sunday when I go home. If they can just take the money out of my paycheck, that's fine. Then I could take the cat on Sunday and just go home. If not, we gotta wait until like Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday, because I don't know, fuck you. You can't have your money on the weekends. So like, I don't know, we'd have to wait for the money to go through. Like, I can easily just get the money from OnlyFans, but that takes some hours, which the weekend acts like are not ours. Man, I hate how the federal government handles our money, because like, for what reason? For what reason do the electronic processes of the bank not work? For one, why does every bank need to be closed on Sunday? Like, I thought church and state were separate, for one. For two, this is why you hire enough employees so that everyone could have days off. You ever think about that? Because like, why am I getting fucked on the weekend? Just because it's the weekend doesn't mean that Sunday isn't April 1st and the rent isn't due. Like, hello? Anyway. Things are happening. I don't know. Like, I was wondering what the next step would be. First, we like got a new job, and then we got Lasik. Now we have a child, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I feel on the finding love front. Because, like, I would like it, but I don't need it. And maybe. Sorry, I need a moment. Like, all the drops I just put in my eye are conglomerated around here, and all I see is like a ring of water. Or maybe my eyelashes are wet, and that's what I'm seeing. I think it's a combination of both. I know, like, big eyelashes are nice, but too big, and it's a problem. It's a whole problem. Maybe one day I'll buy an eyelash curler and see if that fixes the problem. Oh my god, I have 1 second.